Hey everybody, I hope this message finds you doing well. It's Anthony Brinkley coming to you one more time, the Maestro of Resilience, and I want to talk to you about the element of life that's important. But I'll frame it this way starting off. There was 100 people, they lived 100 years, and they were all surveyed. So if you take 100 people who live 100 years, that's 10,000 years of life experience. And they asked the people, what is it that you regretted the most as your part of your life starts to come to an end and that light starts to dim and things of that nature? And they said the first thing I regret is that I wish I would have kept less. That's the first thing. They wish they'd have kept less. Secondly, they said they wish they would have given away more, because keeping less doesn't mean that you actually give away more. So they wish they had given away more. They then said they wish they had taken more risk in life. And lastly, they said they wish that they had cultivated their relationships. So today I want to talk to you about the last part, the relationship piece, because when it's all said and done, it won't matter what you accumulated, the titles that you got, but what are relationships? But specifically today, I want to talk about the people in your life, the elders, if you will. I remember when I was a young man, a teenager, me and my partners, James and Claude and Murray and Gene and just my cousin Michael and my cousin Bernard, we'd all run around town. We was, crazy, rambunctious young guys. But I had this Aunt Mary, and we would all find our way to her house, and we would sit around, and she would tell us stories, and she would give us things to think about, and she'd admonish us if she knew we were acting a fool or cutting up. And then the other thing she did, she'd feed us. I mean, she'd make cookies, and she'd make, chicken and different things. And then at some point, she'd sit us all around and just start talking. And even as I got older, I became a young man. And when I would come home from the military on leave, I'd find time to hang with my Aunt Mary. I would stay at her house. She said, son, I'm not going to tell you what to do or not do, because you know what you're supposed to do. She said, but just don't bring any foolishness here, and honor who you're supposed to be. She'd always give me these lessons, and I'd come in late at night and I'd sleep on her couch, and we'd get up in the morning and recap. And I remember I came back from the Philippines after traveling with the military, and she'd pick me up from the airport. And Aunt Mary became that person, not just for me, but for many of us. And even as a man, I would always find my way back to communicating with her and, just kind of sharing life experiences. And then it wasn't even so much about her imparting stuff to me at a certain point. It was just the fellowship we had and the love we had. And then she ended up going blind, and she would even try to cook, or she'd instruct me to cook, and we cooked together and different things like that with her limited sight. And those became precious moments. And then at some point, the good Lord called her home, and I actually stood over her as my cousin eulogized her, but I was the presider over her service, her homegoing service. So I'm saying all that to you to say, we've been given gifts in the form of the elders in our families, in our lives, in our circumstances. And when your life is said and done, you want to make sure that you've honored them as much as you could, you've learned from them as much as you could, and lastly, you've taken on what they've given you to live a better life and pass on those attributes, elements, and mindsets to other people. And that way they continue to live. So let this be a week that you take the time to honor those in your life who have done magnificent things to help you get where you are, because there's going to be a day physically they won't be with you. I love you all. Like this page, subscribe to this page, hit the notification, and share this, because there's people out there spending time in foolishness and stuff that has no value, and they're missing an opportunity on something that they will never be able to get back. So honor your elders. Be that person, and because one day you're going to be that person. I love you. Take care. Peace and blessings to you. You're going to think, some of you are going to laugh, some of you are going to cry, but we're going to get better before this is over. Understand this, there is no such thing as tomorrow. Tomorrow is aspirational, because when tomorrow gets here, it's going to actually be today. So what are you doing today? What are we doing today as a collective body to make sure that we can make things better? Live your life.
A passionate Anthony Brinkley is a problem solver. He's an author and motivational speaker using his skills after decades in the military to teach people how to be resilient and take action.
The most valuable thing in your life is time. Every day in America, 7,000 people die. So 7,000 people that thought they were going to wake up today didn't. Anybody besides me never thought they'd be 30 years old. Put your hand up. I would get up and put my mask on. Hey, Brinkley, how you doing? I'm doing great. And that's why I come here to talk to you, to remind you that you're not what you went through.